If you're waiting until you have a lot of money before you start your home baking business, then you are going to wait for a very long time. Most successful bakers that you see today did not start with huge capital. Most of them started small, but they started correctly. In this video, I am going to show you how to start a profitable home baking business with little capital. All right, number one step to start your home baking business with little money is to fix your wrong assumptions. Many bakers start out thinking that they need a very big oven, a fully equipped kitchen, and even a shop to start. Well, that is wrong. I, for instance, started baking from the comfort of my home, and it hasn't stopped customers from ordering cakes from me. I didn't buy an oven. I started with the oven in my kitchen, the oven that I already had in my kitchen. I didn't buy a stand mixer immediately. I started with a hand mixer. I bought all these other smaller equipment that I needed, and I bought them when I needed them. So the goal is to actually use what you already have, go for the cheaper alternative, especially if you cannot afford the more expensive ones at the moment. Grow with time. By the time your business starts generating income and generating profits, you'll be able to buy those other things that you need. Number two, start with only one product. Yes, I know a lot of us, especially bakers in Nigeria, we have a tendency of starting with so many different things because our baking training often exposes us to so many baked goods, cakes, pastries, and a lot of them. So the quest to start with so many things at once often keeps us from actually starting. It's like I always say, start with one product. Choose one product that you are good at and that there is also a demand for. And push that product, promote that product as much as you can. With time, you can diversify into other products. Concentrating on one product can actually help you save ingredient costs, save you from waste and other storage expenses. Starting with one product allows you to control costs and master consistency. Number three, buy only what you need. I know, right? As a new baker, there is always that temptation to buy every single tool. You go to a baking shop and you see a lot of beautiful tools that you would like to use, but there is no present need for that tool. It is better to leave that tool at the moment. In fact, there is something that I usually do. It's only when I actually have a need for that tool, like when I have an order that requires me to buy a certain tool, that is when I actually buy it. And that is especially if I cannot improvise, if I cannot do it any other way, then I end up buying a new tool. So resist the temptation to buy every tool you see, because at the end of the day, you'll find out that some of these tools, you may never need them. And even the ones you need once, you may never need them again. And buying them is just a complete waste of money when you can channel your money into other parts and aspects of your business. Number four, price for profit from day one. Many new bakers are guilty of this. The fact that you started your baking business with little money doesn't mean that you need to underprice yourself. For that business to be sustainable, you need to charge properly. You need to include all the costs and profits. But if you don't price properly, you won't be able to cover your ingredient costs. You won't be able to build capital. and you will be busy but broke. And you don't want that for your baking business. So from day one, make it a habit to price properly. If you get your pricing wrong from the beginning, it's usually very difficult to correct it. You don't want to give people the impression that you are a cheap baker. Trust me. Because once you give them that impression, it's hard for you to convince them later on why they should increase your prices. So instead of being so desperate to get orders and thereby reducing your prices unnecessarily, it's best for you to improve your skills. Keep adding value to your products. Keep improving your skills so that the prices that you charge will reflect those values. Number 5, test demand before expanding. This is so important because no matter how you love to do a particular thing, if there is no demand for it, it means that people are not going to buy it. So, before you expand that product, before you go and rent that show, ask yourself, am I already getting consistent orders? Will I be able to cover the rent of this shop from my business? Don't be in a hurry to expand when you are just starting out. The same thing goes for product production. Before you go ahead and produce, make sure that you have a demand. This is going to save you a lot of stress because most people they just end up producing a lot of baked products, and at the end of the day they are not able to sell it and these products go to waste. So instead of producing first, it's advisable to test the demand by making samples, get it out there by promoting it by yourself or by sending it out to stores and see what the demand is like, see what the market is like. Then you can know how much to produce. So if you're just starting out, you can see that you don't really need big money to start. What you actually need is focus, controlled growth, and business thinking. You have to learn how to think like a business owner. Most bakers, they acquire the skill, they learn how to bake very well, they have passion for baking, but when it comes to the business of it, they don't really show interest, and that is why so many bakers stay stuck for a very long time. This is actually my first video here on YouTube as a home baker. On this channel, I'll be sharing tips and educational content on how you can run a profitable home baking business. Those subjects that are usually not covered in most baking classes, we will be dissecting them here on this channel. If this is something that you're interested in, I invite you to subscribe to the channel, turn on notification, like this video if you found it helpful, and share it with a friend. See you in my next video. Bye bye.